The information is telling you that the graph is proportional, so you're not trying to figure out if the graph is proportional. Now, it's telling you what is the relationship from a tortilla factory and by the time. Question number 1 tells you point P represents the total number of tortillas packed in 4 minutes. So now, the only thing you need to do is look at point P and look for the time. Does point P line with 4? And since that is the case, you are going to write true. And that's it. Now, the next one says the number of tortillas packed in 1 minute is 50. So the only thing we're going to do is look at 1 minute. Now, at 1 minute, is the line at 50? So that is not going to be the case, so it's going to be false. Next thing, you need to look for 6. So at 6, it's telling you if the number of tortillas is 600. Now let's go at 6, and you look at 6 is actually 120. So no, that is not the case. So you're going to put false. And we are done with problem 1. For the next part, you are looking for the proportions or the ratio from the cups of almond juice and cashews. So let's first set it up as a proportion. So we're going to have 1/8 1 and 1/8, and now you're going to divide that by the cups of cashews, so 1/4. So we know that almonds is on top, cashews is at the bottom. Now to be able to divide this, we need to change the numerator into an improper fraction, which gives you 9/8, and that is going to be divided by 1/4. Now you need to do the keep change flip, so you are going to get 9/8 times 4/1, and you can cross cancel. So 2 and 1, 9 times 1 is 9, and 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, and again, the number on top is almonds, the number in the bottom is cashews. Now the question is asking you for the number of cups of almonds he needs for 1 cup of cashew. So to set up this proportion, you're going to get 9a over 2c should equal 1 cup of cashews, and we're looking for the number above. We know that the bottom one we need to divide by 2. That's how we got 1 cup of cashews. We're going to divide the top by 2, and now you're going to get 1 and 1/2, or I'm sorry, you're going to get 4 and 1/2, which is the same thing as 4.5. And you're done with problem number 2. Problem number 3 is telling you about elotero, that he earns money for selling corn. Now, you already have that equation here, and it's telling you P equals 2C. Okay, so P stands for the profit, C stands for the number of corns he sells. So the 2 stands for the amount of money he's making. So the only thing you need to do is look at the number. You know that P equals 2C, and the question is telling you find the profit in dollars earned for each elote or corn sold. So we're looking for each, that means 1. So if he sells 1 corn, your answer is 2. So for 1 corn, P equals 2 times 1, your answer is 2. And we are totally done with this problem. 3 bags of rice and 2 bags of beans weighed 32 pounds. 4 bags of rice weight 32 pounds. All bags of rice weigh the same, and all bags of beans weigh the same. Now you need to find what is the ratio of the weight of a bag of rice. Now, so we know that when you add the 2 bags of beans and the 2 bags of rice, you have 32 pounds in total. 4 bags of rice weight 32 pounds. So let's write that down. So we know that 4 bags of rice, so 4 bags of rice equal 32 pounds. So the only thing you need to do is divide 32 divided by 4 gives you 8. So every single bag of rice weighs 8. Now, we are looking for the ratio between the bags of rice and the bags of beans. We know that we have 3 bags of rice plus 2 bags of beans, and that needs to be equal to 32 pounds. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're changing them. So we know that each bag of rice is actually 8. So instead of R, we're going to put 8 plus 2 bags of rice, and that is going to give you 32. 3 times 8 gives you 24 plus 2b, and that gives you 32. You subtract 24 from both sides, and now you have 2 bags of beans equals 8. So each bag of beans is actually 4. So our ratio is going to be 8 to 4, which is also equivalent as 2 to 1. Okay, so those are our ratios. Later on, I'll be posting a video of what's another approach to this same problem. For number 5, you need to find the constant of proportionality, which is the same thing as your rule, your rate. Pretty straightforward. You're going to grab y and divide by x. Okay. Now we know that the first one is going to be different because you have 0, 0. You cannot divide by 0. But this is the thing. When you have your graph, you know that you have the point 0, 0. That is part of being proportional. So we need to make sure that the point 0, 0 is included. Now we need to find the ratio of everything else. So now I want to grab my y elements, and I want to divide it by my x elements. I want to start with 3 divided by 1. That gives me 3. 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. And 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. Now, as you can tell, all of them are the same. And the question is telling you to write an equation in the form y equals rx, where we already know that our r is going to be our constant of proportionality, which is 3. So we are going to write it as y equals 3x. If you don't follow it like this, it's incorrect. You need to make sure that you write it as y equals 3x. For this problem, you're checking which offer is better for Kara. So the first option, it tells you the $5 off, but it does not include shipping. So you need to pay for shipping of a hardcover book. So that is your first option. So let's do the math for option 1. We know that the shipping is $3.99, and then the book is $22.38. But now, for hardcover is $1.55 more. So option 1 only works if you are buying a hardcover book. So the first thing you need to do is at 1.55 and 22.38. So 220.38 plus 1.55, you get 23.93, and now you need to add the 155. You need to multiply by, by your 0.05 because that is a percentage. That's how we find percentages. So let's multiply your number. So you have 23.93 times 0.05. Now if you multiply 23.93 times 0.05, you get 1.19 or 1.20. So now this number, you're going to add it to the number we got earlier. And then you also need to add shipping. So that's going to be 23.93 minus 1.20. And we get 22.75. But now we need to add the shipping. So plus 3.99. So your answer is 26.72. Okay, you add that 22.73 plus the 3.99. Option 2, he says that when you are buying 2 or more. So the first thing you need to keep in mind is that you are buying 2 books. So that is going to be equal to, so 22.38 times 2, you get 44.76. What you need to do now is you need to multiply by the 10%, which is 0.10 or 0.1, which is the same thing. We are going to get 44.76, and we are going to move this decimal place 3 times because I'm not counting the 0. So we have 3 decimal places. So we move it 3 decimal places. So 44.76 minus 4.76. You actually pay 40 bucks for this book. Again, this is not the best deal because you still need to add shipping, which is $3.99. So you're actually paying $43.99 for the second option. Now let's look at the last option. The last option tells you that shipping is free if the order is above 25. This order is not above 25, so we're going to do 22.38 plus the shipping, which is 3.99. In this case, your answer is going to be 26.37. As you can tell, this number is still lower than this number, so the best option is option 3. Okay, for this problem, what you need to do is you're going to be adding both quantities. As Alex is buying a soccer ball for 16.50 plus 6% tax. Arturo buys shorts for 14 plus 6% tax. And now you need to find the sum. So how much did both of them spend, not one? And this is including tax. So we are going to do the money for Alex. So this is going to be 16.50. And we are going to multiply by 6%, which is just moving the decimal to the left twice. So that's going to be 0.06. Okay. So you get 9900. We have 4 decimal places, so we're going to put the decimal places 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically he's paying 99 cents. So we have 16.50 plus his tax, which is 0.99. And now we know that Alex is going to be paying a total of 17 and 49 cents. Now let's look for how much Arturo is paying. He has $14 times, again, the same tax, 0.664. So he's actually, we have two decimal places, so he's paying 84 cents for tax. And now we know that 14 plus 84.84, that's going to give you 14.84. And the question is telling you that you're looking for the sum of both. So let's just add it. 17.49 plus 14.84, you get 32.33. And that will be the answer for problem 7.